Today's episode, we will focus mostly on baseball and softball, mental performance, physical performance. But the first thing I want to ask you from your perspective, and I've talked to Cassie about this before on this show, when you're coaching baseball and softball players, what are some of the biggest differences? What are some of the biggest similarities? And how do you intersect the two and then combine them to be able to help your athlete the best way possible?
You're referencing between baseball and softball?
Yes.
Um, Females tend to mature at a younger age, so they're a lot easier to work with early on in terms of their attentiveness and their drive. And from what I've learned about the game of softball from Cassie, they tend to be recruited a lot earlier too, so their necessity to be more mature at a younger age is definitely prevalent. In terms of like the actual sport and like how they move and everything, softball just tends to be shorter, faster, and if you think about it, like smaller circles, where baseball, especially when you're talking about pitching, right? We allow ourselves to have a little bit longer of a time to create a throw.
Yep.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, they're competing very similar action, and you know, it there is it there is a ton of crossover when just teaching the art of throwing to either of those athletes. Now, when you're getting specific in baseball and you're going towards pitching, obviously there's major differences there.